All right. Great morning. Happy New Year. So happy 2022. We made it, y'all. So Naya Powell here, founder of Utopia Spa and Global Wellness. So excited to be kicking off this beautiful new year with you all. I don't know if you can hear it, but in the background, I have a little Stevie Wonder playing. Love is in need of love today. So I wanted to start us off with a wonderful opportunity to kick off this first week of the new year. 2022 to be exact. Golly, the last 2 years we know have been just kind of quite the ride, right? And so, very thankful for those that have made it, that we have made it. We're still here. For those of us that are still in the land of the living, it's been a tumultuous year. You know, there's been a lot of curveballs. There's been a lot of uncertainty. We're still riding this wave of the pandemic. And so I wanted to just kind of take the first 7 days as kind of my give back, my offering to give back to the world, to the community, just to sow a seed of affirmation, of encouragement, of upliftment, of self care. As the founder of Utopia Spa and Global Wellness, you know, we are spreading wellness around the world with multicultural and globally diverse wellness practices. We're very thankful to still be here, not just individually, but collectively as an organization. And we don't take it for granted. You know, thinking upon the many and beautiful blessings of 2021 that have made us stronger, that have made us more resilient, that have made us more reflective. You know, I think it's most fitting to start this first day of the year with an attitude of gratitude, with thinking about how can we elevate our minds. If we can elevate our minds, if we can elevate our thoughts, we can elevate our lives. And so it's early, y'all. But I wanted to make this commitment to start the year off this way. In the beginning of the pandemic, you know, we started the year off, you know, or that time off with 30 days of mindful abundance. And so today we're kicking this off with our new kind of focus for the year, which is refresh, reset, and refocus in 2022. So this is really a entree into a month of getting healthier together. We believe in holistic well-being, so we spell it with a W to really emphasize, you know, the well-being on the whole self, the mind, the spirit, the body, emotional well-being. Relational well-being, financial well-being, all of those areas that make up those wheels of life, the spokes of the wheel of life. And so you'll even see in the logo behind me and even on my lapel pin that circle, because we believe that life is a circle, and that we want to be kind of in connection and in community together and with you. And so I'm going to do this for 7 days along with our regularly scheduled programming. So Utopia Spa Global Wellness, we provide virtual live wellness classes 6 days a week. And we also offer hundreds of on-demand wellness offerings in our on-demand library, all available at utopiasgw.com. And it's really a beautiful thing, because now that we're still dealing with this pandemic era, you know, we need ways that are safe, that are convenient, that are fun to connect. And we're still needing to socially isolate. Who would have ever thought, right? So right when we thought that we were kind of coming into a space of normalcy, you know, Omicron hit us. And so we know so many people that have been affected, and our thoughts and prayers are out to you. I don't know anyone that's not impacted by this. And we also know how this not only impacts us individually, but how this impacts us collectively, families, friends, community, and in the workplace. So we are delivering workplace wellness right into the workspace for those that, you know, are in need. And we know that so many are in need. Work environments are not omitted from this. We're actually impacted even probably more collectively than what we would have ever imagined. So some of you may have heard me shared this before, but the American Institute of Stress reports that 120,000 people a year are dying from work-related stress. So we want to help solve for that. We're also dealing with a stress and mental health crisis and epidemic. So we want to help solve for that. So we offer a number of things: getting moving, yoga, Pilates, mindfulness, even wellness coaching. And so today is really about just bringing you a mindful moment to kick off this new year. We're going to be focusing on elevating our thoughts so we can elevate our lives. And we also have created a free guide, 12 strategies to combat stress and anxiety, available on our site. And again, utopiasgw.com, and you can download your free guide. And some of what we're talking about today is coming from that guide and also coming from my book, 30 Days to Utopia Living. So as we talk about how we elevate our thoughts and elevate our life, I'm just going to kind of share a few key takeaways. And these are what we're calling our mindful moments with Naya, with me. And we're going to talk through, some of these topics to really combat stress and anxiety and to really boost up our self-care toolkit as we go into 2022. And then we're going to do a mindfulness exercise, a brief exercise. And I'm also going to leave you with some Utopian lifestyle strategies and our coaching exercises. So you'll have your little mini toolkit each and every day that you can continue to build upon as we go in 2022. So I want to ask you a question. First of all, before I even ask that question, my other question is, how are y'all doing with, New Year's resolutions? Are you doing those? Because if you are, I want to ask you to rethink that. And I want you to have some New Year revelations, right? 90% of New Year's resolutions are kaput, thrown out the window before you can even get to the end of the month. People have already abandoned typically people have already abandoned their resolutions that early on. So I want you to think about that a little bit differently. And I want you to think about, what are some of the goals and aspirations that you have for yourself and that you have for your life as you go into 2022. Statistica, I looked at a Statistica report, and it showed that the number one resolution is around getting healthier. And so we want to help you with that. Then it gets into diet, it gets into fitness, it gets into spending more time with loved ones. So, all of that starts with a mindset. So when we talk about elevating our thoughts, we can elevate our lives. There's a reading that I love, and it talks about not being conformed to the way of this world, but being transformed by the renewing of our mind. And it's powerful, because if we can renew our mind, then we can actually renew, our speech, we can renew our actions, we can renew our habits, we can renew our behaviors that become our habits. And so, I want you to think about, what are some of the goals that you want to achieve as you go into 2022. I'm actually going to give you a moment to just reflect on that and write those down. What are three, I don't want them to be resolutions, I want them to be 3 goals, 3 lifestyle changes, three areas of your life that you want to level up, that you want to elevate. Is it getting healthier? And if so, what does that mean? And I want these to be goals so they can be smart, and so they can be specific, so they can be measurable, so they can be attainable, so they can be realistic, so they can be timeline. Does that mean improving your diet? Does that mean getting active a little bit more? What does that mean? Getting clear. Clarity in our mindset is huge, okay? But I also want you to think about your why. Your why is so important. Because if it's just to look good and look cute and to fit into your jeans from last year, that might not be enough. But if it's for something more purposeful, more meaningful, so you can carry out your purpose, your calling, that very area that you're supposed to be living out to touch the world, that's more impactful. If it's a way that you can be present for your family, to be more present for your family, to be more present for your children, for your parents. If it's so you can show up better for yourself and maybe get off some medications, maybe counteract some illnesses so you can live a long, healthy life. What is the why? And maybe it's leveling up your finances. Maybe it's saving more, it's investing more. Again, what is the why? Is it so you can purchase a house? Is it so you can start your business? Is it so you can be a blessing to someone else and invest in their education, your children, or maybe start being an angel investor, investing into other companies and communities? Is it so you can start a scholarship fund? There are all the levels, right? Is it just so you can pay off some debt and have those bill collectors not calling you as much? What is the why? But at the end of the day, I want us to be thinking about the legacy that we want to live and leave. Live and leave. Okay? Is it spending more time with your friends and family, your loved ones? Our emotional well-being is so important. So I want you to think about that. Our mindset is the pathway to either victory or defeat. So whether we become, an Olympic gold medalist, whether we become the CEO of a company, whether we start a startup, or whether we become the president of the United States, or unfortunately, whether we end up addicted to substance and depressed, which is something that's very rampant, and we don't take that lightly. I want us to know it starts with what we have going on in our mind. So we want to be thinking about what we think about. And all of those thoughts that are not serving us, we want to start to replace them. It's hard to just get rid of something unless you have a healthy replacement. It's hard for me if I'm a soda drinker, to stop drinking soda unless I have a replacement, which may be a flavored seltzer. And yeah, maybe I don't love all of them, so maybe I add a little agave nectar to mine. It's hard to stop eating the chips if we don't have a replacement. So maybe I need to think about what are healthy snacks that I really like. Maybe I do really like hummus and carrots, and I do. So maybe I think about what are all the healthy replacements. So the same thing with our thoughts. If we know that we're thinking defeated thoughts, if we know that we're thinking, I never get it right, or, I'm just not good at something, that's not serving us. That's a defeated mindset. So maybe we start with replacing those with affirmations. I am enough. I am powerful. I am able to learn. Think about the things that people recognize you for. Think about the things that people comment and they, speak to you about, the things that they admire, whether it's your kindness or you being a good listener. And shout out to Andy for joining us this morning. And Andy, if you have any thoughts, you can put them right in the chat if you like. And so I want you to be thinking about those things, right? I want you to be thinking about those dreams that you've been sitting on. I want you to think about those aspirations that you've been procrastinating about. And I want you to write those down as some of these key areas of your 2022 goals that you're going to commit to pursuing, not just talking about, but being about. It's time to be about it. Okay? So I want you to think about something as I read from 30 Days to Utopia Living. What you say, did you know, what you say to yourself matters more than what anyone else says. In fact, the Surgeon General's mental health report stresses that anxiety and depression are among the most common mental health issues. And we know that those statistics have soared through the pandemic. We're up to nearly 70%, over 70% of individuals are dealing with some sort of mental health challenge. Stress, anxiety, depression, and so many others layered on top. For my founder friends, my founder family, entrepreneurs, we are 72% likely to have a mental health challenge. And if we are African American, we're Black, we have an extra 20% on top of that. So we're in the 92 percentile of having some sort of mental health challenge or mental illness. And this is nothing to shy away from. Stress is a mental health challenge. We all have stress sometimes, so we can't escape it. So we want to talk about how do we incorporate these self-care habits, our music, our aromatherapy, our self-talk, our affirmation, elevate our mindset. So what we say to ourselves matters more than anyone else. What we allow into our mind The first 20 minutes of the day stays in our subconscious throughout the day and moves in and enters into our sleep. It hijacks our peaceful, restful sleep that we should be having to restore and rejuvenate. So I'm going to leave you with a couple of utopian lifestyle strategies. I want to invite you to be more mindful of your thoughts, taking those thoughts captive, analyzing them, because those thoughts are going to actually resonate in your body and start you to feel anxious. Or if they're uplifting thoughts, they're going to make you feel joyful. So let's just kind of make sure that we are focusing on what we're thinking about. So cultivate your self-awareness around your mind and mental mood boosters and your drainers. What lifts your spirits? What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel creative? What makes you feel energized? You have to know how to cultivate that atmosphere for you to show up as your best self. And if you're a leader, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a parent, you're setting the tone for all of those that are following. We all are, but just at a higher level. People are watching. They're feeling it. I also want you to set yourself up for success with a mindfulness practice. We're going to talk about mindfulness a bit more throughout the week because we're doing this all 7 days of this week. So intentionally book in the first 20 minutes of your day and bring in positivity and calm. Have a morning practice. Have a spiritual practice. Have a morning routine. Start your day off with beauty, abundance, calm, and peace. Do not start it off with the news. It's anxiety producing. Don't end it with that. So for me, you all that know me know, it's journaling. It's my journal. It's reading. For me, I read scripture in the morning. It's playing music. Guess what? I can do that in 10 minutes. I can make it longer. I can make it shorter, but I have my go-to playlist for the morning. So I also, now that I've given you 2 utopian lifestyle strategies, I want to move us into a mindful moment. And I want you to do this each day. And before we move into it, the mindful coaching exercise is to just make it a practice to take 5 to 10 minutes daily. Maybe it's 5 to start. Maybe it's 3 to start. To just breathe in deeply and meditate on a powerful word, an affirmation, a quote, maybe a scripture, whatever that is for you. One of my team members sent me a beautiful holiday card, and she sent me this little quote. Everything is within your power, and your power is within you. So we are empowered to actually shift, direct, and change our outcomes. But it starts with elevating our thoughts, and we'll elevate our lives. So I'm going to cue up a little relaxation music. I'm going to invite you while I'm doing that. Elevate your utopia. So I have a little candle burning. Here's my candle. I have my aromatherapy. I have my tea. And I was playing with Stevie Wonder. And that'll get us grooving, but that's not the best for like our meditation. So I'm going to put on a little relaxation spa music, something calming and soothing. I invite you to plant your feet flat on the ground. You can actually make sure your posture is upright so the oxygen can flow. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. You can lower your gaze. You can close your eyes. And take in a nice cleansing breath. You can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your abdomen. Just feeling grounded. Mindfulness is just simply the act of being present. Taking a moment to not think about your to-do list, to not think about who you need to call, to not think about Did you get almond milk from the grocery store? None of those things. Just be present for a few minutes. We're going to start with some deep breathing, a body scan, and a gratitude reflection. So with your hand on your heart and one on your abdomen, taking a nice cleansing breath of calm and relaxation. Exhaling and blowing out. You can breathe out through your nose. As you're exhaling, you're releasing. You're releasing any anxiety. You're releasing any stress. You're releasing any worry. So again, let's breathe in through our nose, filling up our abdomen, our lungs. Breathe in love. Breathe in joy. Exhale. Blow out any anxiousness, any negativity. Breathing in beauty. Breathing in anticipation of an amazing 2022. Exhaling out any of the fear, any of the worry, any of the self-doubt, any of what you feel that you did not do in 2021. Release that. Exhale. Breathe that out. Add in a nice slow neck rotation. Just allow yourself to be fully present with the body. Even in your shoulders, you can do some shoulder shrugs. You can actually bring your head over to your left shoulder, stretching out the right side of your neck. Just checking in with your body. Seeing how you're feeling. Moving over to the right side. All right. And you can rotate your shoulders back. And then I invite you to bring awareness into your shoulders and your upper back. Even if you're sitting on a chair, you might even be still in the bed. But what do you feel behind you? Do you feel the support of the chair? Do you feel the support of your headboard, maybe your pillow? It's early, it's okay. And then moving your focus into your core, your center. I'm going to invite you to just breathe in peace into your core, your center. Breathe in peace, breathe in abundance. If your eyes are open, you can just close them and just breathe in peace and abundance. Calm, trust, joy. Exhaling out any anxiety, any anxiousness, all those things that are not serving us. We don't want to take those into the new year. We're leaving those things behind. Allow yourself to even just bring attention to your legs. Maybe even you place the palm of your hands on your thigh. And just move them down just to see how you're feeling. Is there any tightness? Is there any soreness? You can even palpate your kneecaps. Sometimes we just don't check in. We just move and we go. And it's not until our body shuts us down that we realize that something wasn't right. So we want to cultivate a new practice around being in tune with our body. And if your feet are able to touch the ground, allow yourself to feel planted and rooted and stable, solid in this world that has so much constantly moving and changing in this moment. Allow yourself to feel rooted, to feel grounded, to feel planted. And next, getting into the good part, the goodness, the greatness of our gratitude. I'm going to place both hands on my heart, and I just am going to invite you to allow yourself a few minutes to just do your highlight reel of 2021, of all the things that you're grateful for, the beautiful blessings, the abundance, the beauty, even in those tough times. If you're still here, it has shown you what you're made of. And if you're watching this, you're still here. If you're hearing this, you're still here. Reflect on the life lessons, the blessings, the friends, the family, the stillness, those moments to work from home, to not have to jump into traffic as much every day or at all for some. Movement in your body, breath in your lungs. Maybe even just spending more time with your family in this last 20 months, 21 months than ever before. Maybe realizing what life is truly about and being more focused on reprioritizing our values. Maybe learning to cook a new recipe. Maybe seeing more family than usual per Zoom. Whatever it is, those moments that we finally had with friends, with family, after being in social isolation for so long and we had that breather. Think about those times. Not necessarily today, and maybe today, because we're here for a new year, but think about every cherishable moment. Just continue. The sunshine, the breeze, the text messages, the calls, the surprises, the beautiful surprises that you didn't expect. Sometimes it's just a hug. Sometimes it's just a card. Sometimes it's just a simple bracelet, an affirmation bracelet that you might, little things, a plant. I'm just going to press pause and allow you to be filled with more and more of those thoughts of gratitude. I know some of us have experienced loss. Even thinking about the beautiful, beautiful moments with those loved ones that we've had and cherishing those moments. Cherishing the gift of the presence that they had in your life and that you had in theirs. There's so much to be grateful for. Gratitude is a magnet for blessings, and it's a magnet for abundance. We always want to give more to those that are gracious recipients of what we have given. I invite you to take in another cleansing breath and elevate your thoughts around 2022. In the beginning, I had you to write down maybe 3 goals, not New Year's resolutions, but 2022 goals. I invite you to think about maybe just one of them in this mindful moment. Envision yourself taking that first step, that baby step. What is one thing you can do this week? One thing. Is it a call? Is it a little Google research? Is it a lunch date? Scheduling it? Inviting to learn more? Is it signing up for a class? Is it maybe going grocery shopping? Meal prepping to eat healthier? Is it joining our Get Healthier Together campaign and taking free classes with us this month? Joining in community? Is it writing a list of a few folks and family members that you're going to call and check in with that you haven't talked to in a while? Envision not just the baby step, but envision the outcome. Envision yourself walking out, living out that goal, that desire. How it's going to elevate your life and those around you, your joy, your peace, your sense of fulfillment. Maybe just starting with that one thing. It all starts with a thought. If we can elevate our thoughts, we can elevate our life. And not just if we, but when we, because we're doing it now. So I invite you to think about more of what we talked about, to be more mindful in your everyday, mindful of your speech, mindful of your actions, mindful of your behaviors. And I want you to write down and make it plain what we talked about today. Andy, if you have anything you want to share in the chat, maybe a takeaway for today, feel free to do so. And as we get ready to close out, I want to share with you all our topics for the rest of the week. So tomorrow will be tomorrow will be cultivating our practice of mindfulness. We'll spend more time on mindfulness. On Wednesday, well, the third day, I'm thinking it's Monday, on January 3rd, develop a gratitude and journaling practice. We'll talk about that more. On the 4th, creating boundaries and the power of no. On the 5th, how to connect and the benefits of connecting in community. On the 6th, creating our own self-care ritual. We'll talk about that more. And on the 7th, envision a new utopian lifestyle that will connect back to the goal that we set for ourselves today. So in closing, I'm going to read you one of my favorite quotes. It's a staple for me, and it aligns so well with elevating our mind in elevating our lives. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Lauza. And I also want to, in closing, share my gratitude reflection with you. And I always have such a long list when it comes to my daily gratitude reflection. So this is a list that carried over to 2 pages. And that's usually how it works. Because gratitude, it creates neurogenesis. It makes your brain think of more and more and more of what's good. And negativity does the same. That's why we're going to really focus on this. But I just want to quickly say that I'm so grateful for the people in my life. I'm so grateful for the relationships. I'm so grateful for my family, my friends, my faith. I'm so grateful for all those that have encouraged me, that have supported me. And I say it all the time, but I can't say it enough because it never gets old. I'm so grateful for the blessing of continuing to push forward in the most challenging times of our life. And I've been able to do that from those speaking life into me and even those believing in me. And I want to say thank you to Google for Startups, Black Founders Fund, for believing in me and Utopia in the funding that we were blessed with this year, and the award of being recognized one of 50 companies in North America to receive the Black Founders Fund Award. And that has given us such a wind beneath our wings to keep going, to spread wellness to the world, to elevate workplace wellness, to celebrate global multicultural wellness and global diversity. And so I can't wait to do even more in 2022, and I'm beyond thankful for that. But we all get weary. Don't grow weary in well-doing. Take a break if you need to, but then get back up, remember your why, and let's get healthier together. Thank you so much. Make it a Utopia Living Day. And as we go forward, our future talks will be 30 minutes, but today we wanted to give you the fullness of what to expect. And so thank you so much, and we will see you tomorrow.